Tonight, residents of Nairobi, Kiambu, Nakuru, Machakos and Kajiado are coming to terms with revised COVID-19 guidelines that primarily impact those 5 counties and will come into effect at the stroke of midnight. President Uhuru Kenyatta ordering for, amongst other measures, a longer curfew, an inter-county lockdown and a ban on meetings, including in-person church gatherings. The president's key concern being that 70% of Kenya's COVID-19 cases were recorded in those 5 counties. Waihiga Maura tells us more.
Good afternoon.
President Uhuru Kenyatta issued Public Order Number 2 of 2021 on the coronavirus pandemic this afternoon at State House, at least 16 days before he was expected to do so. A clear sign that a lot had changed regarding the pandemic since he last addressed the nation on the 12th of March. Residents of the 5 counties of Nairobi, Nakuru, Kajiado, Machakos and Kiambu will be hardest hit as Uhuru ordered, and I quote, a cessation of all movement by road, rail or air into and out of the disease-infected area as a one-zoned area, end quote.
70% of Kenya's reported cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in the counties of Nairobi, Kajiado, Machakos, Kiambu and Nakuru. These counties are individually and collectively declared a disease-infected area.
His announcement was further clarified by Nzioka Waita, the Chief of Staff, Office of the President, in a tweet saying, "Kindly note that the cessation of movement is in and out of the 5 counties as one zoned area. You can therefore move freely within the 5 counties. You will not, however, be able to leave or enter the one zoned area." Residents living in these 5 counties will have to deal with a revised curfew that commences at 8 p.m. and ends at 4 a.m., whilst the other 42 counties will maintain the current curfew from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. In what is set to strike a blow to the struggling hospitality industry, public gatherings and in-person meetings of whatever nature are suspended within the 5 counties until further notice. Bar operations have also been suspended in the 5 counties. The sale of alcohol in restaurants and eateries is no longer permitted until further notice. Furthermore, these restaurants and eateries shall only provide takeaway services and not host in-person dining.
That the operations of bars and restaurants and eateries in the other 42 counties shall continue as is, but they shall at all times be conducted in strict fidelity to the Ministry of Health guidelines.
Christian faithful from these 5 counties will also celebrate a very different and quiet Easter weekend, whilst Muslim faithful will have to adjust to the new lockdown measures as they count down to Ramadan.
That all physical and in-person as well as congregational worship in all places of worship in the counties of Nairobi, Kajiado, Machakos, Kiambu and Nakuru stands suspended.
Operations of the National and County Assemblies have also been hard hit by these new measures, with the President ordering that the ordinary sessions of the August Houses, including those of their committees and the ordinary sessions of the 5 county assemblies, are hereby suspended until further notice. National Assembly Clerk Michael Sialai alerting Citizen TV that the National Assembly will meet next Tuesday to consider the adjournment motion, among other urgent business matters. But in other measures announced during the same address for the whole country, the education sector will have to return to online learning where possible after Uhuru ordered, and I quote, the immediate suspension of all ongoing physical learning in all our educational institutions, including universities and tertiary and vocational colleges, end quote. This order exempts candidates sitting exams and those in medical training institutions. Kenyans looking forward to getting married in the next few weeks will have to trim down their guest list from 100 people after it was ordered that, and I quote, the attendees, officiators and facilitators of weddings, celebrations of marriage or traditional unions, ceremonies of rites of passage and all other similar events or ceremonies shall be limited to 30 persons in total. More so, Kenyans will have to bury their loved ones within 72 hours, but now, and I quote, attendees, officiators and facilitators of funerals or graveside or cremation ceremonies shall be limited to 50 persons in total. International travel has not been affected by these revised guidelines, but the tourism sector will take a further hit, with the 5-county lockdown affecting both domestic and international tourism. There have been numerous reactions to President Uhuru Kenyatta's announcement, but one key question that keeps popping up is, what will be the economic impact of the revised COVID-19 guidelines on the business community and on people living in low-income settlements who rely on free movement to be able to do their business? Could the government have done more to announce measures to cushion these groups at this time? Reporting for Citizen TV, I'm Wahiga Mwaura in Nairobi.